We have a Pentair system with an IntelliFlow pump, an acid feeder that's no longer functioning, a booster pump for a pressure side cleaner that's no longer needed because they now have a robotic, and a Clean and Clear Plus 420 filter. Okay, power goes out, it's freezing out, and it's going to be cold for a while, and we are risking freezing our equipment. We need to get the water out of all the equipment. First thing we do is you have this style of disconnect for your power going into the pump. So we pull that, just put it up there, close that so no water can get up in there. And then we want to take our pump lid off. And we're going to take that and we're just going to set it to the side. And now we're going to remove this plug and this plug. These are just thumb screws. You just turn them to unscrew them. They do have O-rings on them, so when you go to put them back, make sure the O-ring's in good condition, and then you lube that O-ring. All right, that's going to allow all the water to drain out of the pump. Now the acid feed system, there's a check valve right here that should prevent water from going back up in that tube, so we're not worried about it. But on our booster pump, this style booster pump, it's a Pentair booster. You want to, right here, there's a little plug right there where you can use a flathead screwdriver or just a pair of pliers. Unscrew that, let the water come out of that. Now you're going to take every plug that you take out, you're going to put in your pump basket for safekeeping, and so we don't have to worry about it. Now on your filter, we're going to use a 7/8 inch ratcheting open end box end, and the drain plug for it is down here. See, underneath that round part, it has a hex head. So we're going to put this on that hex head, and we're going to put it on the right direction. And down here, it's going to be righty-loosey because we're reverse perspective, and we're going to unscrew that. This will eventually come off, and then after it comes out, we're going to take it. Now it has an O-ring on it too. Do not lose that O-ring, and make sure it's in good condition and lube it up when you put it back. But right now I'm going to tighten it back. You don't want to over tighten these because you can break these. All right, so that's nice and tight now, but you're going to take that plug out, you're going to put it in the pump basket. Then we're going to open our air relief right here, which will allow all the water to go out through that drain. Now it's going to make the pad wet, so just be careful. If you're out here and it's freezing cold, you really don't want to get wet, but water is going to be coming out of the bottom of that filter. All right, you have your deck jets are valved off. You want to go ahead and open this valve. It goes like this because you're not typically running your deck jets. You're going to go ahead and open it. So now this is open and all your equipment is above your pool level. So all your water will drain down to pool level. Your suction side valves, all those, you typically want to make sure they're open where the off is not shutting anything off. See, off is up, not shutting anything off. Off is out, not shutting anything off. So all your water will go down below ground because your pool is below your equipment level. Now, let the freeze happen. When you're done, and the freeze is done after it's warmed up, then put all your plugs back. Make sure that you lube the O-rings on the plugs, screw them in nice and tight, don't over tighten, and then fill your pump basket with water and turn the pump on. Now this pump, you may have to reset if it doesn't catch prime right away when you're trying to get it going again. It may alarm on you because it didn't catch prime right away, so you may have to reset and turn on again until it finally catches prime. Make sure you don't have any leaks. Something else that you need to do is take a large pair of channel locks and take your salt cell off. I would loosen both sides slightly before you try to undo them. These are large channel locks. Loosen it up, unthread these all the way, and then you can just take this salt cell, just lay it on the ground. I would stand it where the hole's coming up because you don't want that to be trapping any water because you don't want to freeze your salt cell. And make sure you get it nice and tight. Again, it has O-rings that you want to lube up when you go to put it back together, but that will protect your salt cell. All right, as far as your equipment, that's all you need to do over here. Now, for your pool, I would take half empty water bottles, put them in your skimmers, just pull your skimmer lid, drop a half empty water bottle in there with the lid on it so it'll float halfway in the water. Do the same thing in this skimmer. And that way, if we do get super cold and the ice starts forming across inside the skimmer, it will take some of the pressure off the outer walls. Now, your pool itself, you can do the same thing with larger jugs, you know, milk jugs, stuff like that. Fill them half full of water. You want to make sure you break ice up around the edges, especially over your large tanning shelf. You want to make sure you keep the ice broke up there. Be careful using something heavy like a sledgehammer to break the ice. You don't want to swing it like you're building a railroad. You just want to break the ice up so it cannot create great pressure on the outer walls and the tile and all that. Now, you have deck jets. These can be very problematic because the water may be trapped about right here. So what I recommend in your case is I would take these hose bib covers that you can get from Home Depot or Walmart or any of those places. I would put one over each of these, stack some rocks around it so it won't blow away. You have one here and you have one there. I would put those hose bib covers that you typically would attach to a hose bib on your wall. So if you're going to take them, you're going to put them over your deck jets and keep the hopefully prevent any freeze damage on those. I make sure your cleaner does not stay in the water during a hard freeze. I would put it on its cart, get it put away in the garage. Keep a dry hose. If you do have to add water, if we have an extended freeze period and you cannot use your outdoor spigots, and or if you have a sprinkler system that fills your pool, you can take your water hose, hook it up to your washing machine spigot or a sink attachment from your kitchen sink or something. And if you have a good, nice dry water hose, you can run that out here and keep your pool full in a hard freeze. And if your equipment is still running, and you don't have to worry about that. If you have any questions, give us a call. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you for calling us at Pool Works North Richland Hills in Roanoke. Take care.